This conference will now be recorded.
Welcome everyone to tonight's November 6th, 2023 Bladen County Board of Commissioners meeting. This time I'd like to ask Commissioner Pastor Cameron McGill to lead us in invocation, and then County Manager Greg Martin will lead us in the pledge of allegiance.
Great Father, we thank you for the privilege of gathering tonight, greatest nation on earth that you've blessed us to be a part of, where we select by election those who represent us. And I pray those that have been elected would represent you and represent those who put us in this place well. Pray you give us discernment, so that we'd be sensitive to the needs of those in our community to make this an even better place. Thank you for all that you're doing in our lives, that we might be a blessing to others. We pray tonight in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Motion approved. Second. Mr. Britt makes a motion to approve consent items and agenda. Mr. Gillespie was seconded. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? This time we have individuals wishing to seek two commissioners. I think Ms. Holly Hancock is up first. She's at 4-5. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought. Individual delegation wish to address commissioners. Mayor Commissioner to commissioners.
Mr. Chairman, I got a couple of things.
Yes, sir.
Staff member at East Bladen High School is requesting a wider range on the school district, and if possible, a lower speed limit in that area, because she said that the speed limit causes that's really rolling. So they're requesting to see could they get a lower. I think the speed limit now is 45 miles per hour, I believe it is. And she's wondering could she get it lowered. And also the signs out there, the caution signs, they're not stationary. The wind blows them around. So we need the DOT to work on that issue as well. And in the live work play, are there any incentives for the locals to work there and have employment there and home ownership? Do we have any incentives for that, for the locals? Too early. Okay. Okay. The next thing I have, a citizen has concerns about the Mitchell Ford Road and the Twisted Hickory Road. They are very bumpy, and they're wondering could the North Carolina DOT resurface those roads, Twisted Hickory and Mitchell Ford Road. They're very rough. Now, back in March, I believe we asked for some directional signs on each intersection at Highway 87 bypass, and that has not been accomplished so far. Directional signs as you approach the bypass. And a couple of signs out there has been destroyed. I don't know whether by the mowing or whatever, but a couple of signs have been destroyed out there on the bypass. Mr. Chairman, that's all that I have.
One big ones are right. Yeah.
Big wreck, they're near Dublin. Yeah. They killed the lady. It hasn't been reached.
Anyone else? All right. Holly Hancock, I am so sorry. Now we've got time.
That is quite all right. First, I'd like to say thank you for allowing me to come.
Thank you so
For
much.
those of you who do not know me, I am Polly Hancock. I'm head of school at Emerald. Before I sit down, I do want to present some people who are here with me. I have Mr. Dan Allen, who is our chairman of the board for Emerald. Mr. Smiley Butler, he is our grounds and maintenance chair. I have Ms. Terry Rayner. She is our dean of operations. Ms. Julie Sasser is our athletic director. She is a 7th grade social studies teacher, volleyball coach extraordinaire. So if you followed anything on Bladen Online, we did really well this year. Mr. Britt Sasser, he is a senior at East Bladen High School, but he was one of our students in 6th grade the very first year we opened, and he went through 8th grade with us at Emerald. have Ms. Pia Jessup. She is a 7th grade science teacher. She is our head Beta Club sponsor for junior, and she is the North Carolina State sponsor for the Junior Beta Club as well. Then I have over in the corner over there is her little brother. He's not claiming her. This is his and he is an 8th grade student at our school and athlete, academic, Beta Club student, great guy. We wanted him to be here with us. His mother is back there as well. And then we have Miss Teresia Wright. She is our Dean of Upper School. And Miss Amanda Garner, she is our Dean of Lower School. And Smiley, Julie, Amanda, and myself started at Emerald in 2017 when we opened the doors with 23 employees and 240 students. This year, Emerald has 569 students, and we are 73 employees strong. We are working and growing every day to fulfill our charter and meet the needs of our students and families in this community. Our charter focuses on inquiry and the arts. We serve all students that enter our lottery if we have space for them. And that's why I'm here to talk tonight about space. We have outgrown our footprint that we have. We are raising money. Right now we have a fundraiser going on that ends on Thursday. And we are earmarking that money for a performing arts and athletic center. Our community has rallied around us, and we have used churches. We have used the recreation center to host our volleyball games. We have used Elizabethtown Presbyterian Church, Trinity, Vertical, the Lake Church, the Elizabethtown Baptist Church, New Light in Bladenboro, Foundations, BCC, RCC in Raleigh to perform theater productions. Camp Clearwater has helped us out, and the recreation gym, as I said, at town. So we have been very creative in order to have Beta Club inductions, theater productions, concerts, and even staff meetings, because with 73 people, we don't have a space large enough to even have an opening day staff meeting. So we have several things in the works that we are proposing and things that we need. We need an athletic and performing arts center, and we need 6 classrooms. We need 4 classrooms for 6th grade, and we need an art classroom and a health and PE classroom. Our middle school art teacher travels now from room to room, and our health and PE is all outside. If on a rainy day, they're crammed in their classrooms. And so we want to do it in phases, and we don't want something for nothing. Like I said, we have a fundraiser, and we're working diligently to try and put proposals together. We do have a current plan for 6 classrooms right now to be added to the end of our middle school that we have. And we want to be able to have something that we could give back to our community with, that we would have a facility that we could share back. And so we would like, if at all possible, this is, what I'm telling you is millions of dollars, right? We are asking for the county commissioners for $100,000, if at all possible, for a capital building project at Emerald Bladen. I know there's a lot of things, there's myths about charter schools, that we are competing with the local schools. We don't view it as competing. We view it as an alternative. We feed the high schools and Bladen Early College. That's where our students go. And we're proud of the students that we turn out and turn into the high school. And we only have a certain size footprint. So when the children are not there, we recommend our local schools highly, and we try to partner with our local schools as much as we can. So we just want to be a part of the community and a part so that commissioners know what we are doing. We have a slideshow going, and I would like to extend an invitation to each of you, money or no money. We are down there on Airport Road, and we would love for you to come and see us. I'd love for you to take a tour and visit us and see what we're all about. And if you don't have any questions for me,
Questions, comments?
I've got a comment. I certainly don't have no problem helping Emerald. But I think you need to bring us a plan.
Okay.
Show us how much money you lack in to complete a project.
Okay.
Because I don't think this board is just gonna give you $100,000 without seeing some plans or something like that. But I would suggest that if you're gonna do the 6 classrooms first, and you put everything together and then come back to see us and.
Well, we have that plan. I just didn't know I should have brought that.
Yes.
So I have the footprint of it. The plan is drawn out and the proposal.
Okay.
And, Mr. Chairman, your infrastructure budget. See that? Well,
Okay, of what the cost of the build, that part was gonna be. Okay. Well, I had that figure, but the figure he gave me today was $869,000.
Oh, I was going to ask, the buildings that are there now, who owns those buildings? In other words, where do those buildings, the capital for those particular buildings come from? The structures that are there now?
Okay, we were privately funded originally, and then we refinanced through USDA.
When it became ultimately chartered or got the approval?
Yeah, so we have a loan that we pay USDA.
I know a lot of them do that.
Anything else?
So, you understand what I'm asking for?
I do. You want a plan and what we're lacking in the money so that you would know.
Come back and do a presentation when you get it next meeting, wherever you're to. And show us what you lack in to complete your project.
Okay.
I don't think, well, I'm not gonna sit $100,000 out there and you build it 10 years from now.
Right.
But if it's something that you're gonna do now and you need the county's help, we're obligated by state law to help fund y'all as well.
Well, I hope it's not gonna be 10 years from now.
I know.
We don't.
I'm just trying to give you an example.
I understand.
All the main things we do support you. Students out there is our neighbor's children. We all want an answer. And, we all live together, work together, and, we should do what's right. And you're turning out good students. And, I support you 100%. I'm like Mr. Peterson, get us proper stuff, and I think all of us be more willing to fight it.
You took a lot of wonderful staff from the local schools. We do have wonderful staff, I will tell you that. You got to pick it a living.
Now, when you put your plan together, you have it, by step 1, you're gonna do this, step 2, and phase in.
Right, but we are doing it in phases, and right now we have the plan for the 6 classrooms, with a couple of bathrooms, and that's phase 1.
Okay. Yeah.
But I didn't want to not tell you about the building, because that's where the Performing Arts Center, our parents are focusing on, we need a gym, we need this, we need, that's what and so that's what this first fundraiser has been earmarked, and I didn't want you to hear that we have a plan for the 6 classrooms. That's all I can say. We've got that right, ready to roll. But I didn't want to not put it all out there, because if you heard, oh, they're doing a fundraiser for a building, and I had come and presented 6 classrooms and 6 classrooms only, then y'all would have thought, what is that woman trying to do? I wanted you to know the whole thing that we're trying to do. Yes, sir.
When we deal with the local school, we deal with the ADM.
Right.
And that's where we look at what's coming across the board with those. Would that be at our disposal for us to see what type of ADM you guys are getting?
Oh, yes, sir.
Look at all that and make sure.
They actually the charter schools receive their pro rata share of the amount.
That's what I'm saying.
The
So
funding
the
that the
ADM
county
would be
provides to the school.
providing the same, on the same level.
Roughly. There may be some slight variances due to state law or whatever.
Yeah, local monies, we do not get dollar for dollar. We bill the local school system for the number of students that's supposed to be in their LEA, or whatever that's in the Bladen County LEA. We bill them for the students that we have, but we do not get dollar for dollar. that the local money goes. We get a portion of that for that student.
The reason I'm asking this, when the association, the North Carolina Association of County Commissioners, when they lobby at states and they look at everybody ADM.
Right.
According to how they seek funds to lobby. So I'm
Right.
asking, y'all guys, if they're part of that same lobbying process?
Yeah, I would think so.
That's what I'm asking, do y'all, I don't know how charter schools work, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
Right. Well, we have an ADM as well, an average daily membership as well, and we're funded on the first 20 days from the state. The first 20 days of school. So from the first day our children set foot to the next 20 days, that's how we're funded. And we get an average daily membership of that, the number of students there, and that's what the state drops money for. And then from the local, we have to bill, and we have to show proof that a student is in Bladen County, that they have that address of Bladen County, and then we bill Bladen County for that, because the state money goes to Bladen, and the local money goes to Bladen County.
Bladen County Schools.
Bladen County Schools gets the local money, and then we bill them for that.
I'm asking this, the conversation is always be discussed that tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 counties.
Right.
As to how the money's been funded at the state level.
Mm-hmm.
Now, who has the ability, flexibility to get funding, particular funding? And what I'm asking, do you guys fall in that same criteria with the tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3 when you're seeking funds? That's what I'm asking, do y'all have that same thing? Like, that's what some of the larger places are complaining right now, because they're saying that they're tier 3 and they can't get money that tier 1 schools can get. They've been ready to fill out that. So I'm trying to figure out where the charter schools fit in
That may be related to some of the capital, like these.
Yeah, the capital, like all the capital.
Yeah, we don't get that.
Y'all don't.
See, we don't even get transportation. We don't get transportation from the state. We're not eligible for that. We have buses, but we provide our own busing. We do not have we don't get the transportation.
And the ability for the county to provide funding just became,
No, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
in August, whenever.
That's what I'm just trying to figure out where the funding comes. See, they're asking for funding, I'm trying to figure out, you know, if they have a source that's a shortage, where's it coming from? And how is it being supplied to you guys now?
It's gonna come from us.
Okay, but I'm saying about how they've been receiving funds, so they get in state funding, that's what
I
I'm saying.
think your timing's pretty good, because whether this board realizes or not, next year, when we do our budget, and we got to do Road, and we got to do Paul R. Brown, you got to do public schools. Somebody got to do something. I'll be honest with you.
And that's the thing
I don't know what it's gonna be, but it's gonna be on this board next year, what we do, how we do it.
But that was the reason I was asking the thing about tier 1 and how you get funded, because that's a big issue that's going on now.
Exactly.
How you fund the schools.
Right.
You get money in the same grants, that's the process in place.
And one of the things that's an advantage right now for us, and it being a charter school and building and the calling, you have a different set, and me and Mr. Martin and all, and our inspector went to a phone call with the state on this, I guess 2 or 3, 4 years ago. It falls in a different building category, so it's advantageous for us now to help at a period in a time like this than when it comes to be mandatory. And if it changes the structure of how and what you have to build, because for what you're able to build for now is a whole lot cheaper than what we can do at a public school.
Mr. Chairman, Mr. Mark.
I just wanted to say, we did share the capital improvement plan information with Hancock. So ideally, if you know of projects 4 or 5 years down the road, up to 5 years out, if you'll let us know about those and the amount of county funding you may be seeking or whatever, it would help us all for long-term planning purposes.
Once you get the funding from the county schools to you and the student leaves, what happens? Does anything change there? If the student leaves your location?
Okay, if a student goes back to Bladen County,
Yes.
then we can't bill them anymore. If they move to Columbus County, we can't bill them
But the
anymore.
funding that you got and the student leaves, do you have to refund that or anything?
No, because it's used up to that point. So we only bill them every so often. Like, so they drop payments. It's not like they put it all out for the.
Okay, I thought maybe they put it all in one.
No, we don't all.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you so much, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate y'all. Ms. Miranda Fairclough, Director of the Regional Agent. Hello, ma'am.
Hi, everyone. Hi. I actually wasn't expecting to have to come up here and say hi. But thank you for letting me.
Motion to approve. Second.
Do you want to say anything?
Just that I appreciate you all, and it's gonna be a huge help to the DOA, and we're doing big things over there, and I can't wait to invite y'all to our next event. I should have invited you to the last one, it was great, but I will extend an invitation next time.
You got steak dinners for that?
Yeah.
I didn't have steak dinners, I actually did pizza and wings, that was the big thing that everybody wanted, but I'll keep y'all informed for next time.
All right.
All right.
Got a motion to approve by Mr. Peterson, have a second by Mr. Britt. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Advisory Board appointments, Hammond Fire Service District Committee.
We've got two, Mr. Chairman, Randy Jones and Darren Wheelis.
Second. Got a motion by Mr. McGill and a second by Mr. Britt. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? EMS Advisory Council.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to nominate Ms. Sandra Guines. She's a former Bladen EMS employee and a former volunteer with E-Town Rescue. To Sandra Guines, Guins, to replace Jean Lockerman.
Mr. Hester, this whole board needs to change according to David Howe. He's got a list of people he needs to be on here.
Yeah, he said we need to consider amending the structure of the EMS Advisory Council.
The EMS is not, the only EMS on there is for Bladenburg. So what I got, just let me go through it. Emergency Medical Director will be Dr. Carter. EMS Director David Howe. County Manager Greg Martin. I was gonna do the elected official. Hospital representative was, Susan Phelps. EMS Education is Heather Ellis. Emergency Service Representative is Joey Coleman.
Yeah, but I nominated her to replace Jean Lockerman.
There's not, Gene Lockerman was coming off.
That's why I nominated.
I mean, that slot's not gonna be full, according to David. David, give us a list of them,
I see.
and that slot comes off.
Apparently, the North Carolina Office of EMS has put out a new standard.
Right.
That's what these are.
They don't have to have that
different
slot.
positions are for.
But I nominate her to fill any position in EMS.
Emergency, Communications Center, he said, Laura Watts, EMS System Training Officer, that is Heather Ellis. The EMS Educational is Brian Hale from BCC. And representative from any active volunteer service, in parentheses says Bladenburg EMS. So he said, Aaron Smith is the chief over there, and I was gonna leave Hollis Freeman on there and Arthur Bullock.
Why you leave?
That's my proposal, you voted up or voted down.
But I know that, that's what I'm saying, but can you get administrative? I missed a couple people. We named them, they are because of specific,
The job specific.
right, that's what I'm, thank you.
And that's what he sent us.
Yes.
And I put Mr. Arthur on there, and I put, Hollis from the fire department. That was on two other than what David requested.
And I just nominated Ms. Guines.
Can you add more to it?
I don't know, but I mean, that's just a state guideline.
Yeah, I'm on there, yes.
But it's a certain limit amount that has.
He's got,
I'm just asking.
y'all need to read his daggone notes.
Can I make a motion to approve?
It's got it right here where it tells what he needs.
Oh, all right.
You can't do it, I checked it, you can't do it till it's done.
And that's what I called Dave, and that's what he wanted to do, Mike. I mean, we can ask David at her next meeting if you want to.
I don't have a problem.
Let's find out.
We'll vote on this and then we'll see if we can do it.
Okay, that'd be good.
Second the motion.
You got a motion on the floor. You made a motion, I second.
I mean, that was made a
Make a motion, Mr. Bullock.
Yeah.
You did.
Dr. Ellis.
So that's for that, yeah, that position.
So you chair that.
Just for your motion.
All right.
Well, my motion was to approve the new, standard that you.
When the commissioner does this, that's his motion.
Mr. Chairman.
Yes.
I withdraw my
Yeah,
motion
let's take it off, that's
till
all.
I knew
the
you
next,
made a motion. so we're
until,
gonna have to-
until the next meeting to
Second.
consider,
Yeah.
Ms. Sandra Guy.
Mr. Bullock
I
has
withdraw.
withdrawn his motion.
It was a motion to do the recommendation of Charles Peterson, not an act, Mr. Peterson. Charles Davis.
Motion by Mr. Cogdale, second by Mr. Britt. Any discussion?
You gonna call David, let me call.
I can.
I'll just call David.
That's fine.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Next, we have the Industrial Facilities and Pollution Control Finance.
I nominate Dan Allen.
He looks willing.
Fine.
He don't meet but once a year if they meet then.
I'll second it.
I want to see straight. I don't want to get in trouble with Mr. Dan Allen.
He didn't say no, go for it.
Who's gonna make the motion?
Charles made the motion, Ray second.
Had a motion by Charles
He
Ray,
didn't say
second
no,
by
that's a good sign.
Mr. Britt. Is he gonna Dan Allen?
Yeah.
Is that all right, Mr. Allen? Since you're here, you can. Chuck said it would. You haven't learned. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Thank you, sir. Keep Bladen beautiful. I think they will.
Yeah, Jared, what's the name, Jared McElhaney from.
I second. Motion by Mr. Peterson, second by Mr. Gillespie. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Opioid Steering Committee.
So this is another committee that has the positions that you have to fill. It's got local official, I put Charles Peterson, healthcare. Hey, I chair the task force.
They do a great job.
Local official, Charles Peterson, healthcare provider, Susan Phelps, social services, Jill Sampson, education and employment is Dr. Dia Thomas. Education and employment is Vicki Graham. Payer and funder is Cecilia Witrillium. Law enforcement is James White. Employer is Rebecca Hester. We need an interpreter. We haven't got that filled yet. That's the community group, and Rudy Ramfeld's community group. He does the Celebrate Recovery there at Bliss County First Baptist Church. And I put it was ED, right? That Burns lady. It's D-E-D-E. D-E-D-E. Okay. D-E-D-E, Burns.
Is she Burns or Burns?
Burns. And,
I'll be on the interpreter.
all right.
I got one.
And the stakeholder with lived experience is Quentin Boyd, the guy at Southeast Crossroads, is in charge of Crossroads.
Second that motion.
Motion by Mr. Peterson, second by Mr. McGill. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? You see there are some board appointments for consideration during our next meeting. Then we're down to our ARPA enabled projects.
Mr. Esther, I make a motion, we approve the money for, Straw Monroe and Blainburg Historical Society.
Motion to approve. You have the amount.
130 and 135.
135.
30 and 135. Motion by Mr. Peterson, second by Mr. Britt. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed?
And Mr. Chair, can I ask the motion to have,
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
sorry. I get East Arcadia, I don't see it now.
Number three.
Yeah.
Number three.
To be funded. Number 3, funding be used to provide restaurant facility and concession stands for the residents at the park, the town park and recreation.
How much was that, Mr.
$100,000.
How much?
There's $70,000.
It's 70 available there, so you have to make a motion for 70.
But, make a motion for the 70.
Mr.
Do
Martin?
it that way.
Mr. Chairman, I was just gonna be sure we're all on the same page in terms of the amount of available funding. And on page, 2, the first chart that has the, dollar amount. The third item, the Bladen County Housing Infrastructure Project, that's the $150,000 that we won't need now. And then the, $171,000 down next to the bottom that says TBD, that's the money that had initially been allocated or earmarked for
Right.
East Arcadia's
It was.
project. almost 19,000 was removed for the Paula Brown building.
Right.
So that leaves 171, so that's a total of 321, 197, almost 198. So, the two that were just, or that you're considering approving or may have just approved is 235.
260. How much does it
I'm
leave?
sorry, 260, I read 135. 265.
And leave
Yeah,
how
no,
much?
yeah, no.
So that leaves. What?
265 away from it.
So what did it come up with? $56,000?
We have additional money, other places to find it.
We did, we get less than that. How much?
Yeah.
How much was the balance? Did you have the balance?
Total, yeah, 56 after.
What do I have left?
Approve those two.
Do you know what's left in mine? Off the phone?
I think it's 7 or 8.
I got it right here.
That's what I'm saying, so the thing on
What
that,
I got left,
You got, look like you got $7,500.
How much you have?
how
Okay.
much we got left, Bob? How much, you got everybody break down?
Go ahead, say
How much is the?
Our group, we got 81,000.
So we're going to give another 20 in there.
We got a nice bathroom and all that now.
25.
Well, then what we'll do then.
Put 36 with it, you got it, Dr. Bob, 36
Put it in,
with it, you
we'll
got
put
it.
it in, you got it.
All right,
36,000.
we just,
We can do it.
between us, just break out even,
Yeah.
break off on that and just make it another
So
thing.
What's coming from the overall then, before we do that?
Nobody has it.
56,000.
Well, 56 in there.
And Ray's giving 75,
so mine gone.
and y'all give 36, is what it takes.
36 would be.
Ray, you give it,
I'm broke, whatever it is, y'all have.
We'll do the 36,000.
that's it,
So we gotta get to 100,000, right?
that's 53,000.
Yeah, but we need the difference.
So we gotta get to 100,000, right?
We make a difference.
Okay.
So we can go to 100,000.
100,000. 100,000.
You got that, Lisa?
Make motion.
I think so. The four?
Take it from the four of us and come up with a reminder amount. Then I'll be, so I'm not $100,000.
3,000, right?
Make $100,000.
We got it.
We got 73,000.
We vote, we care about it.
You guys never will split up, it's split.
Oh, y'all made the motion.
I did, and I made the motion that we.
It's $100,000.
Making a motion
I second.
for the East Arcadia town funding. Mr.
Park.
Pruitt made the second.
Town park.
Town park, East Arcadia Town Park. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
So we get a different. Everybody got what they want to say.
Anything else ARPA related?
So y'all can make it grow.
All
But if we had that, we just gonna get it.
Mr. Martin,
Thank you, guys. Okay.
They're gonna get it. Yeah, all we need to do is we have to pay it, so it's done. Got to get it sometime. If you don't want it, don't come get it.
I'll review the calendar with you for, November and December. Point out tomorrow, the Bladen Solar Water Conservation District meeting take place at 8 a.m. at the Palmetto Center. Friday, offices are closed in observance of Veterans Day holiday. On Saturday, the 11th, from 9 a.m. until 8 p.m., Elizabethtown is having its 250th anniversary celebration here in town, primarily at the farmers market. Also that evening from 5:30 until 8:45 p.m., there's a candlelight tour at Morris Creek National Battlefield. On Monday, the 13th at 5 p.m., the Health and Human Services Advisory Committee meets. Tuesday, the 14th, the Substance Misuse Task Force will meet at the Health Department. Also that evening at 5 p.m., the Board of Elections meets. On Thursday, the 16th, from 6 until 7:30 p.m., the Waccamaw River Drainage Study meeting will take place in Whitehall. On Friday, the 17th, at 8 a.m., there's a Farm City Week annual breakfast at the Fountain Health Center. Also on Saturday, the 18th at 6 p.m., there's a chili cook-off at Clearwater, White Lake. On Sunday, the 19th at 8 a.m., there's pancakes with Santa. I guess that's, pancakes with Santa at 8 a.m. On Monday, the 20th at 6:30 p.m., the Board of Commissioners meets. Offices are closed on Thursday, the 23rd, Friday, the 24th, in observance of the Christmas holiday.
Thanksgiving.
I'm sorry, Thanksgiving holiday. Wasn't looking at what I was reading. And then on the 26th, Sunday at 4 p.m., the Elizabeth County Christmas Parade and tree lighting ceremony.
Mr. Martin,
Yes, sir.
on the 17th, in order to attend that meeting, people should register for that.
That's correct.
You can register online for that.
Mr. Martin,
Yes, sir.
the Blamer Benefit Committee has a fundraiser. I don't want to take nothing away from this town celebration, but when we do a fundraiser, we have to book the building whenever it's open. But we're doing it for 3 people, and one of them treats a priest from this town. So if you can break away to go eat lunch or eat supper, come see us.
What day is that?
11,
Interesting.
4 to 7.
Thank you. Moving over to December, on Friday the 1st at 6 p.m., the Christmas tree lighting ceremony will take place in Bladen. Also, the next day on Saturday the 2nd at 10:30 a.m., the annual Christmas parade will be downtown Bladen. On Monday the 4th at 8 a.m., there's a prayer service here. The Board of Commissioners meets that evening at 6:30. On Monday the 11th at 5 p.m., the Health and Services Advisory Committee meets. On Tuesday the 12th, Board of Elections meets. On the 18th at 6:30 p.m., the Board of Commissioners meets. And then the 25th, 26th, and 27th of December, county offices will be closed in observance of Christmas holiday.
So, on that Friday the 1st, that Christmas tree lighting in Blackburn, the Wilmington Choir's coming to sing about 7 o'clock.
The thing about the green, lighting up the thing green, that thing.
Yes, sir.
What you doing that?
Yes, we are. We submitted our information. That's already, yeah, and the association website has listed.
Okay. I want to make sure that just gonna make.
Just a reminder, just in honor of veterans, you remember how we did last year, we're doing that again.
And you're on the courthouse?
In other, all county.
Commissioner Martin,
Yes, sir.
at Dublin, they're having their Christmas tree lighting on November 25th at 6:15.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Dublin, the 25th, Saturday, the 6:15.
Okay, moving on to item B. The Board of Education has submitted a resolution approving the conveyance of property to the Board of Commissioners. It first right of refusal if you all are interested in obtaining the Plains unit.
We have a motion to refuse the offer.
Okay, they want it.
By Mr. Peterson, have a second by Mr. Britt. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Thank you. And then the last matter, I just wanted to update you on a conversation or discussion that we've had very initial conversations. We have another one scheduled for Thursday regarding homelessness. You all may, you kind of noticed there seems to be more homeless on the streets. And then we've heard concerns about students and schools and that type of thing. So we've had a conversation with Cecilia from Trillium and some of our local folks from DSS and the Housing Authority and also an organization in Robinson County. But we're having another conversation Thursday. And I just want to let you know about that, and we'll certainly keep you posted. The objective really, number one, to to try to have a good understanding of what resources are available for homeless people as it exists now, and then to explore if there are other opportunities that we can consider to bring to you. So we'll certainly keep you all posted. And if you want to participate in the conversation, please let me know. I'll be sure to include you.
To add to that, Mr. Martin,
A lot of times you don't really see it that much during the day, but most of you know, I'm at my store a lot at 12, 1, and 2 in the morning, and I kill my little dogs with me. You let them out back, you might see 8, 9, or 10, 11, 12. They're out late at night till 3 and 4 in the morning.
At one time, we need to be sure we let the folks who conduct the point in time count like this year in the winter, let them know to definitely check that area.
Is there shelter here in this?
No.
Bladen County's not a shelter.
If you had went to the post office the night it rose up, it was full. That's where they all went to. Inside the post office, they won't.
Now they got those little houses.
That's where they had to go ahead and get out of the coast.
That's good, that's good.
A lot for you.
Need to rent one.
Back too, they sleep in it.
Like old folks. There is a need to do something on how we deal with it.
We need to
Take care of it. That would be good.
Individual delegation wish to address commissioners. Matters of interest, if there
I've got one question, Mr. Chairman, and maybe the tax director can answer this, but I'm looking at this report that came out for the Ruby Alford and others, how the property value went up from 2014 at $73,000 to 2015 $139,000.
Absolutely.
So, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Why did that?
I know that was a revaluation
They
year.
have got it back.
From 73,000 to 139,000?
I don't know the details, that's
Yeah.
what triggered it, I would think.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought she did the research and everything like
Yeah,
that.
can you come back?
Did she send us something?
She came to the board.
Right.
Did she send us something
You're
after
supposed to
that?
come back.
Yeah, Ms. Davis did, yeah.
Yeah.
I just was wondering, what created that? That was a big increase from 73,000 to 139,000.
I think the numbers upheld that. They
Undervalued.
before.
They just undervalued it.
Right.
Motion to adjourn. Have a motion to adjourn, Mr. Gillespie, have a second by Mr. McGill. Any discussion, all in favor, say aye.
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 I was trying to figure that out. You didn't know either.
I didn't know, I knew we all heard.
I didn't, but I'm the result.